I took care of my grandmother through her illness. At her funeral, my mom whispered, "You were never there for her." I stood frozen in my black dress, the one I'd bought at Goodwill because I'd spent everything on Nani's medication. Mom's perfume, expensive, the kind she bought on her quarterly spa weekends, made my stomach turn. "What?" I managed. "You heard me," Mom said, dabbing at dry eyes with a monogrammed handkerchief. "Poor mother died alone because you were too busy with your little life." My little life. The one where I'd moved into Nani's house 18 months ago when the cancer diagnosis came, where I'd quit my job to become a full-time caregiver, where I'd learned to change feeding tubes, manage morphine doses, and hold a bedpan at 3 a.m. while Nani apologized for existing. "I lived with her," I said quietly. Mom's friends were watching now, their expressions sympathetic. "Poor thing," they seemed to say. Such guilt. "You lived there, sure," Mom said, "but you were always on your phone, always distracted. I saw the photos you posted, going to coffee shops while Mother suffered. Those coffee shops were the pharmacy. The photos were of trees I'd pass during the 10-minute walks I'd take to keep from losing my mind completely. I wanted to scream, to tell everyone how Mom visited exactly 4 times in 18 months, how she'd stay for 20 minutes, pose for photos with Nani, then leave because hospitals made her uncomfortable, even though we were at home, how she'd post those photos with captions about family devotion and the sanctity of motherhood. Instead, I pulled out my phone. "What are you doing?" Mom hissed. "This is a funeral." I found the folder. 18 months of documentation, photos of pill schedules, medical bills with my name on the payment plans, voice memos where I'd recorded instructions from hospice nurses because I was too exhausted to remember. I pulled up the hospital portal and turned the screen toward her. "These are the admission records," I said. "Every appointment, every treatment. Look at the emergency contact name. Mine, every single time. Look at the authorized caregiver. Mine. Look at who signed the DNR paperwork when she made that decision." Mom's face went pale. "I have the receipts from every medication pickup," I continued, my voice steady now. "I have the scheduling calendar showing every single bath, every meal, every middle of the night panic attack. I have the door camera footage showing exactly how many times you visited. You're being dramatic. 4 times, Mom. You came 4 times. Once for her birthday when you stayed for the cake and photos. Once when your book club wanted to tour her house. Twice when you needed her to sign financial documents." The room had gone quiet. "I spent her last night holding her hand," I said. "She was scared. She kept apologizing for being a burden. And you know what I told her? I told her she'd been the best grandmother anyone could ask for, that taking care of her wasn't a burden, it was a privilege." Mom's mouth opened, but nothing came out. "She asked about you, though," I added. "Right at the end. She said she hoped you were happy, that she understood you had your own life." I put my phone away and picked up my purse. "I'm leaving now," I said. "You can have the reception, the sympathy, the attention, but don't you ever say I wasn't there." As I walked out, my uncle caught my arm. "I saw everything," he said quietly. "I tried to tell your mother. She wouldn't listen." "I know." He pressed something into my hand, an envelope. "Your grandmother left this for you. She made me promise to give it to you after." Inside was a letter in Nani's shaky handwriting and the deed to her house. "To my darling girl who gave up everything to give me dignity. This is yours. You earned it with every sleepless night, every gentle touch, every moment you chose love over convenience. Thank you for seeing me, Nani." I sat in my car and cried for the first time since she died, not because of what Mom said, but because Nani knew. She'd always known.